School administrators say they're continuing to monitor guidelines put into place by CDC, federal, and local governments, ensuring kids have a safe start to their school year. Now, officials say they have plans to paint this plane here in the winter with this in mind as the finished product. On top of doing their yearly state inspections, Wyoming County schools also inspect their buses an additional 4 times a year. Mike, it is still falling really hard out here, and as you can see over this way, the snow is just very wet. This is Columbus's only nuclear bomb shelter, 30 feet down, and the only way in is through that steel door. And these Educator of the Year awards were presented here at Harrison High School, here at Evansville Christian School, here at Delaware School, and wrapping up right here at Scott School. Shelly, I am here on the sidewalk right outside of Castle Elementary School. Now take a look right across the street. They're building a new gas station, and parents tell me they're not happy. And in Evansville, we've got a team working at the Salvation Army to grill up some burgers and hot dogs. They're also serving up some popcorn and snow cones for community members. Somewhere in there is 7-year-old Eli Holden driving his junior sprint, the 5E.
I've been doing real good. I have won a lot of races.
Racing is something he and his family have been passionate about for years.
That's what we do to kind of get away from life. It's our hobby. It's what we love to do.
But this was the scene of the Holden family's race shop Wednesday.
I got a phone call from my wife. Just got a call from the neighbor about 1:45-ish that the shop was on fire.
Princeton firefighters were on the scene working to put out the fire. Eli's 5E junior sprint racing car and another one were up in flames, along with 7 go-karts, trophies, and other items.
Kids' four-wheelers, toys, tools. Yard stuff.
And some aquariums holding fish. Most of these items are lost.
And I was just kind of sad.
Firefighters say they're still investigating what happened at the shop, but the Holden family says this won't be the end of their racing days.
We would have to rebuild.
We'll get what we have to get and build him another car.
Eli says he'll be back on the track as soon as possible. In Princeton, Katie Forcade, Eyewitness News.
What do we want? Justice for Jason!
Family and friends gather to fight for justice for lost loved one Jason Bartley.
Yeah, we want a little bit of justice, but justice will not bring Bug back.
Bartley was at a friend's house when the mother gave Bartley some liquor. Bartley died of alcohol poisoning later in the evening.
They found him laying right here.
Somebody put him there. His body was dragged by Christopher Deddy out to an alley behind the house.
Personally, I don't think it was any different than handing Bug a loaded gun when she gave him that bottle of alcohol. No different in my eyes. You're playing Russian roulette with a bottle of liquor.
The people living out here grouped together to help the Bartley family protest for stricter punishment on the 2 parents involved in the crime. Sandy France and Christopher Deddy could be seeing only 2 or 3 years in jail. For Keisha Bartley, that is not the justice her son deserves.
In a couple of years, they're going to be out on the street doing whatever they want to do, and I'll never get my kid back.
Protesters are out here at the courthouse trying to make their voices heard. Both Deddy and France will be sentenced in mid-July. Live here in Chillicothe, I'm Katie Forcade, ABC 6 News. This biplane's name holds a lot of history.
1943 Boeing Stearman. You think about that, 77 years old. That's pretty amazing.
This World War II era plane once saw use in training young pilots being sent to battle. Now, it's flying through the skies above West Virginia, including the New River Gorge and Summersville Lake. Bill Chenard, the owner and operator at Wild Blue Adventure Company in Fayetteville, pilots this plane and takes many locals and tourists up for a ride.
We really tailor the ride to the person's expectations, their experience, and also their comfort zone.
Working with someone's comfort zone stood out so much to me, let's do this, that I decided to face my fear of heights. Passengers sit up in the front seat. They safely buckled me in, and I received a quick briefing.
Let's go into a little dive and then we'll pull up. And I'm going to keep it really gentle. It's going to be totally fine, I promise.
From Chenard seated in the back seat. Then he and I were ready for takeoff. Chenard says this experience is unlike any other.
This isn't really a thrill ride. We want to really grow the love of aviation with this plane. If I land and somebody says, this is the best experience I've ever had, I was never scared, that's really what we're looking for.
I was off to conquer my fear. Chenard even let me take command of the plane for a few minutes, and it's a very simple, easy lesson. Chenard also says he'll do some aerobatics in the air if you're feeling bold enough. I wasn't feeling that bold. We flew over the New River Gorge Bridge, and before I knew it, we were making our descent and landing back onto Fayetteville grounds. It was so fun. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and truthfully, I loved every minute of it.
Another successful mission over the friendly skies of Fayetteville, West Virginia.
Reporting in Fayetteville, Katie Forcade, 59 News. Well, it's a bittersweet night tonight at the Vic Nystrom Field. People from all over the area have come to cheer on the Golden Knights at this field one last time. It's a place where many memories were created throughout time.
Band. I just went up there and took pictures of that, and it just brings tears to my eyes, really.
All the good times with the friends, baseball, football, basketball. It's great times.
People of all ages put on their Golden Knights gear to sit in the stands and cheer on the team Friday night. But it wasn't a typical night for football. This would be the last home game of the season, and the last time the Golden Knights played on that field.
I wish I was playing this game. This is the kind of game I love, and I've been fortunate to travel across the country and see a lot of big games on it. On the highest level. This is big right here. This is Texas football to me.
It's the end of an era, but now it's time to get excited for something new.
We have waited 42 years for this new stadium.
This new football field is going in right by the high school. It will be the perfect opportunity for future generations to create memories that will last their lifetime.
It's going to be beautiful, and it's supposedly state-of-the-art turf. And I think the turf may be a little higher than normal turfs, but it's going to bode well with this community because we've got a lot of kids that deserve something like this.
Officials say they hope to see the new field up and running by the next football season. Reporting in Welch, Katie Forcade, 59 News.